Hello, Starlights. um, it's been a hot minute since I've uploaded a video, but as of right now, I thought I would have to say my own 2 cents about this because everyone is literally coming out and saying their own 2 cents. And yeah, also to probably many people, many of you, I also played Love and Deep Space. Well, played, I would say. I'm actually really shocked about this. I was not expecting to see a big announcement from Infold slash Paper Games. I'm actually kind of livid. I'm actually kind of livid on how they've managed the situation literally since they've dropped the announcement of VALKO. And yeah, I'm shocked, just like many of you right now. I'm just shocked, like many of you hunters out there. Yeah, in case we didn't know, I've played Love and Deep Space. I am a Silas main. I love Silas. Yeah, Silas is my favorite, though I'm pretty sure some of my friends would mention that I may like Raphael a little bit. Um, yeah, right. Uh, no offense to the Raphael fans. It's just that, yeah, it's just that, yeah, yeah, moving along. But anyways, my point is, yeah, I love Silas. Silas was basically the reason why I got into this game in the first place. Um, and yeah, however, in recent months that I've removed the game from my phone after the announcement of Zane's JP, former JP voice actor, uh, Takuya Sato or Sato Takuya, which I love, and he's done other roles that I know him from, like Alphen from Tales of Arise. However, uh, because of his actions that he posted on his blog at the time, made him get removed um, from doing the role entirely, and he got replaced as of this month. So, yeah, I was really devastated when they made that announcement earlier this year, and I was not expecting for that to happen. So that was one of the reasons why, because I loved him as Zane. I actually do love Zane as well. Zane is my second, um, because Zane is very sweet, and yeah, obviously, Misty Invasion. If anybody knows that card, if you know, you know. Yeah, if you know, you know. And but yeah, I loved Zayn very much. Next to Silas, but obviously Silas is my first. But yeah, it's just only with this announcement today really made it the last straw, which I want to delve with you guys. Um, Yeah, in case if anybody does not know what happened, I will post the link for you in the description box. But quick TLDR, they announced a new love interest for 6.0, which was going to drop this week, or was it next week? But they decided to cancel that altogether. By the way, the new um, love interest name was named Valko. I forgot his Chinese name, but I know his Japanese name is Zuroga because I usually play the game more in Japanese. I usually balance between Japanese and English, but since I'm currently studying Japanese, I thought I would stick with JP more, of course. Um, but yeah, I was really surprised of his appearance, and I wasn't sure. However, when uh the fans over on the Chinese side started to get unsure about his appearance, and I was like doing a little bit of research, but I was like, why is everyone giving him so much hate? And apparently I didn't know there was a lot of hate when Caleb dropped. I was not paying attention to that. And I also heard that there was hate for Silas too when he came out. I was really shocked to hear about that too, but for this one I paid the most attention to when it came to the hate. Um, but when obviously Infold, well, Paper Games heard about more hate going along, I was like, are they going to do anything about it? But they just dropped another trailer about his 5 stars, and that one got me more interested in him. At first, like I've said, I wasn't too interested, but after that, then this one actually convinced me, and he looked really adorable. He felt like an older brother to me. He felt like a cute older brother to me because of his appearance. So, yeah, I was really looking forward to his drop. But after that, then this morning when I woke up, I saw that he got canceled and removed altogether. I was like, what? They actually did not fold. Well, there you go. That literally explains Infold's name, right? Infold? Well, they did fold. I'm pretty sure you've already heard that joke already. But yeah, they folded and they've infolded. But anyways, but yeah, I was really shocked that they actually yielded and listened to the Chinese fans, which I want to mention about the fans internationally in a second. But another thing that also really surprised me was that they decided to hold off releasing any new love interests in the future. Huh? Nani? これはなんだ? What? Seriously? They actually decided not to add any more love interests in the future. What kind of an otome game is this then? I mean, isn't the whole point of otome games is literally to add more interests? Like for Twisted Wonderland, if anybody does play, I mean, you already have Night Raven College as like the main, obviously as your main characters that you like. However, right now in Twisted Wonderland, they're starting to add more characters from another school. Yeah, you have Night Raven College and you have Royal Sword Academy. I think that's the name. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do apologize if I butchered the name. But yeah, you have the other school, and you have more male characters that you can like. It's not really like the same as Love and Deepspace, but I know it's like, but still an Ultimate game regardless. But at least they're still adding more male characters within the story. Like, you have Rolo. I forgot which school he used from because obviously it's been a hot minute since the event. But you also have the new one from the academy, which resemble Ariel and Jasmine. In that story. Spoiler warning, by the way. But I mean, it shouldn't be a spoiler. They're literally adding new characters now. I mean, because they pretty much launched a trailer about that, but just in case. Yeah, in case anybody doesn't know, it's still related to Disney anyway. And the Disney princesses are not spoiler, but they're literally like male equivalents to the Disney princesses. So I'm guessing maybe they'll add like Aurora. Yeah, they'll add Aurora, I'm sure. But anyways, I'm not gonna go too much in that story. Or they'll probably add Megara, etc., etc. Yeah, Snow White, we already. Actually, I won't say anything. But anyways, you understand my point, at least. But how could you not add any more male protagonists? How could you not add any more love interests? That breaks the whole purpose of love interests. So I'm actually really disappointed on that announcement that Paper Game / Infold has released. But yeah, it's just that was a really major clusterfuck. Sorry for the language, but yeah, that was definitely a really messed up part on their view. I also want to mention the extremes that the fans have done on the CN side. Like, I understand that, well, if you while you're not happy with the release of another love interest, because I mean, if it was written to be in the story that another one was coming, because obviously you can see it from the main menu that another one was going to come. Like, if you're not happy with this character, okay, that's fine. However, you like not many character, like for example, not everyone is gonna like everybody, right? Like every single love interest is different. They're all totally different. They all have their genres. Like Raphael's related to the water. Silas is pretty much like a vampire. Valko was gonna be like related to wolf. Zane is still human, just magically. Xavier is like literally from outer space. Correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, still, but yeah, they're all still different in their own way. Also, sorry to all the Xavier fans. Yeah. um, may not know his character that much very well because I don't really pay attention that much to him. I do apologize, but like I've said, each character they're all different. Like I heard that Valko was supposed to be with the antagonist, and like on the antagonist side, the company ever. So the fans in China didn't like that, which okay, that's totally fine. But however, I was just reading on Twitter from a post that for Valko's reasons, it was supposed to be really political, like really straight political related thing was going to happen. Like something within actual, like, that happened within, Chinese history, and they changed like an actual date within history that they were going to add in the game. However, then they choose another one from the US side, and after that, then I don't know. But Chinese fans really got sensitive when actual real political things got like really attached. Like it also really shows that paper games in full does not really learn from their mistakes after, especially after they've changed Zane's former Japanese voice actor to a new one. Because if anybody missed the update about Zane's Japanese voice actor, he accidentally visited a shrine that Chinese fans are really sensitive to a mention about, and it was posted on his blog at the time. I don't know if that post is still around or anything, but they found it, and that's the reason why he got removed in the first place. So, it looks like Infold has not really learned from that mistake and still added something political that, the people are still sensitive to. And that's the reason why that the fans, well, one of the reasons why that the fans on the Chinese side were really upset. And that's what I read about on Twitter from one of the fans. And there was also another thing that they were upset that how Valko would would treat women or something. There was a situation that they were upset on how they would treat women, which okay, that's totally understandable. But yeah, that's another reason why they were upset. But however, like the fans were really quick to jump on the gun, and also Infold as well. They could have had time instead of removing him completely. They could have literally gave time, remove him for a little bit, adjust his character, then bring him back on a different time. They could have at least done that instead of removing his character completely. Like, reshape his character, like his background and stuff like that. You guys are storytellers. You guys can edit a few things instead of like just decided to keep everything as is. Just edit his story, and then you could like see if the fans are okay with this like adjustment or not. But um but yeah, just jumping the gun and just like easily deciding to remove him when a lot of fans were still hoping for his release was definitely a very big mistake, because now fans, especially on the Japanese, Korean, and North American servers, are extremely upset and starting a petition hoping that Infold paper games will bring him back. But that's also another thing I also want to mention. It seems that they don't pay attention to us as a whole as well. Um, they pay attention more to the Chinese fans, which understandable. The game is literally from China, in case anybody has missed that, and they'll I guess because they also pay more. Who knows? But that's the reason why it's the game that is literally always on top. It does even more than Fate Grand Order, shockingly enough. Um, but yeah, they literally just suddenly say, hey, okay, we're gonna remove him, we're gonna cancel having more male interests, and uh we're gonna also gonna focus on our current ones. Like, you guys could have at least that was definitely totally way off the board for announcing that. And there's a lot of mistakes that Infold has still done. If they have not learned from Infinity Nikki, which I also really need to mention, and also another Nikki game too that they've done. That also read on another Twitter comment that they're really quick to jump on the gun to, like, literally after 1 year after its release, to start adding payments and stuff like that to the game. But yeah, but also everybody knows, especially about Infinity Nikki's big claustrophobic mess that Infold has done. They have not learned whatsoever from that, and now look what they're doing to Love in Deepspace. They have completely neglected a lot of updates that they do, and they just suddenly just, okay, we're doing reruns is fine. That's totally fine. Especially for newcomers that are coming. Okay, but at the same time, between those reruns, they shall at least give us updates on other characters. According to an update, there hasn't been an update for Silas and Caleb's stories whatsoever. Yeah, it's been over 500 days. That's too much. That's really too much. And that's also really disappointing. As a Silas main, like, I was really also really hoping to have another story. But yeah, it's been way too long since they haven't done anything whatsoever, and they just dropped VALKO like this, just like this, or they basically the 6.0 patch just like this. Also another thing that I honestly wish that Infold could have done is do like a month at a glance. Like, shockingly enough, JP doesn't even do this on Fate Grand Order or English. Well, wait, somebody correct me if I'm wrong about this, but on the Korean server for Fate Grand Order, the Korean side actually shows you a month at a glance for what's going to happen for this month. They always have been doing this. I've taken notice it. I've taken notice, like, a while since Doman's release. I would say it was pretty much, yeah, when Heian Kyo got released. If anybody are Fate fans in the who are watching, yeah, I've pretty much taken notice that they've done that when it comes to their monthly releases. They've actually done that respectively, and I honestly wish that Infold could have at least learned from that. So at least the Korean server is doing a good job for doing that. As for Genshin, I don't know. I think Genshin actually does do that as well. That I've taken notice recently of what's going on, because I've been checking their emails that they've sent, like a month at a glance thing that's going on. Or is it only for the birthdays? Somebody correct me. But yeah, it's really disappointing to know that Info doesn't really care and just only there for the cash grab. So that's really a mistake, another mistake on their part. I I am really devastated, and I honestly wish that I wouldn't have to say this, but right now, because there's a whole complete mess within this fandom, I personally wish that this game should not continue. I honestly wish that the games that Infold has released, Paper Games has released, should not continue. Both Infinity Nikki and Love and Deep Space, because it's been a big mess the on the company itself. The devs are not at fault. The devs have worked very hard to get these kind of characters and the whole game like literally properly fixed, and obviously they keep doing their best with each patch they do, but obviously there's still a few mistakes that they also need to do, but it's on the company's fault for being neglective and not getting it correctly. So I personally feel that this game should be boycotted and canceled. Yeah, I feel that this game should not continue because right now, at the same time, because of this, I feel that there's also so much hate going on that it's also like literally ruining the fandom. The fans are really going out of war right now with each other over on Twitter, but then again, like I've said, this is Twitter. But then again, then again, I would say this is definitely social media, but at the same time, the way that it's being properly held up and Infold is literally just doing nothing and just giving like very like stuff that are not enough to really excuse on their side is not a good excuse. Yeah, Infold's apology is not really an apology that's totally worth it. It's very, it's just only like, quick on the jump and jump the gun, you know what I mean? Like it's just only there to deal with the damage control. But yeah, I feel that they really need to cease on what they're doing right now, or I don't know. It's like I get it. It's the game's literally from China, but that it's also really neglecting um the rest of us also as a whole, that I forgot to mention. Yes, I also need to mention that they also they also take they only take the Chinese side of affairs. Once again, the game is from China. I understand, but the fact that they're ignoring us, the rest of the world that do play as a whole, and when they even tell us to give like them feedback on their Discord server, but it's like, do they really pay attention and actually tell the company? That's also another question. I'm really curious to know. But it feels like if they yielded right now to remove VALKO after all the stuff that they've been getting out there building, it really just shows that they don't really care about us and our feedback. And it's really disappointing. And I would advise to anybody who's interested in wanting to play this game to not play this game, because of unless if they somehow by a miracle decide to fix this, or decided to take a hiatus with this game to fix this properly from the ground up, okay, but judging how a lot of things have been happening right now, this game needs to be stopped. It's not really worth it for it to continue, and obviously it's been turning off a lot of fans within the fandom. And the fact that they also just removed him when I even like decided to, okay, we're gonna take time to fix VALKO. Maybe he can be released on another time, etc., etc. But like just literally immediately just removing him is a very big disappointing move. And yeah, that's my 2 cents. Anyways, how do you all feel about this situation? I know many of you are devastated. Let me know in the comments, and I hope to see you in the next one. In the meantime, let's see what happens in the next few days or next day on what Infold's going to announce. Take care, everybody. Stay shiny.